Most B&B owners don't struggle with branding because they lack creativity. They struggle because no one explained what branding really is. This episode breaks down how to build a clear, honest B&B brand that attracts the right guests without pretending to be something you're not. If you have ever stared at your B&B website and thought, "This place is lovely, so why does it feel so invisible?" Well, you're not alone. Most independent B&B owners don't struggle because their property lacks charm. They struggle because the guests don't understand it fast enough. And in today's scroll-happy world, speed matters. This matters right now because guests are choosing quicker, comparing harder, and deciding emotionally. If your brand feels foggy, they don't pause to decode it. They just move on. I share more practical thinking like this inside your B&B Starter Blueprint, a simple way to organize your ideas before you market anything. By the end of this episode, you'll see why standing out isn't about being louder. It's about being clearer. When was the last time you felt truly confident explaining your B&B in one sentence? Why branding feels heavier than it should. Let's name the weight you're carrying. Branding often feels like performance. Logos, fonts, colors, phrases that sound good but say little. That's because most advice skips in the thinking part and jumps straight into the decorating. It's like rearranging furniture before you decide who the room is for. When you don't have a clear anchor, every decision feels urgent. Which photos? Which words? Which guests? Branding pressure usually comes from missing structure, not missing creativity. What branding actually is and isn't. Let's reset the definition. Branding is not about what you say about your B&B. It's about what the guest understands quickly. That is it. Guest asks one silent question when they land on your page. Is this place for someone like me? If the answer isn't obvious, they'll scroll on. And here's a practical tip for you to try. Replace features with meaning. King bed tells me nothing. Sleep deeply after a long coastal walk tells me everything. Why trying to stand out backfires? This is where most owners get stuck. Standing out sounds bold. In practice, it creates blur. Owners try to be cozy and luxurious, quiet and social, romantic and family-friendly. Nice intentions, messy messaging. Guests don't book the best B&B. They book the one that feels easiest to choose. Specific feels risky to owners, but safe to guests. Here's your 10-second test that changes everything. A simple clarity check. And it's a test you can do today. Imagine a guest sees your homepage for 10 seconds. What do they understand about it? Who's the place for? What kind of stay it promises? If the answer is a bit of everything, then clarity is missing. Words like charming, relaxing, and home from home are pleasant and forgettable. So here's your tip. Write one honest sentence. This B&B is perfect for guests who want, and you fill in the rest. No fluff, no apology. Why clarity feels uncomfortable, but it helps you most. Now let's talk about resistance. Clarity feels like exclusion, and B&B owners are generous people, and you don't want to turn anyone away. But vague branding attracts mismatched guests, and that's where stress lives. Extra requests, quiet disappointment, emotional labor. Clear branding filters gently, before arrival, before breakfast. Clarity isn't cold, it's kind. Here's a practical shift you can try this week. No rebranding required. Don't rewrite your brand, reduce it. Look at your website and listing and ask one question. Does this help the guest decide? If not, cut it out. And then keep your one-sentence anchor visible as you make your choices. Photos, copy offers. This is exactly the thinking we walk through step by step inside your B&B Starter Blueprint. Download it before you spend time or money elsewhere. You can find a link in the show notes. If you had to choose, is your B&B more about rest or exploration? Let me know in the comments. So here are your key takeaways. Clarity beats creativity. Guests choose quickly. Specific builds trust. Reduce before rewriting. Calm brands convert. You don't need a louder brand. You need a clearer one. When guests understand your B&B quickly, choosing you feels easy. That ease builds confidence for them and for you. The fog lifts, decisions lighten, and your business feels calmer to run. You can download your B&B Starter Blueprint in the show notes for a structured way to build this clarity step by step. And if you want deeper support, it is all inside the Build Your B&B from Dream to Doors Open course. For further reading, check out How to Use Your B&B Social Media to Grow Your Business, episode 71. It's on the Beds, Breakfast, and Business blog, which explores the best practices for using social media to engage with potential guests. Make sure you subscribe for more calm, practical guidance. And if this helped, you can buy us a coffee. No rush. You're doing better than you think.